Hello, and thank you for joining me in today's episode. My name is Khalid Quader. Today's point of view episode will be the first of two episodes that will discuss how we attract our life's entitlements and how to change them. Something happens inside all of us that affects our lives. This thing is bioenergy. This energy is emitted from us and causes change through our thoughts, which lead to emotions, whether happiness, pleasure and joy, or sadness, fear and pain. Regardless of the type of emotions we have, these emotions are recorded in our bodies and generate energy. And depending on the type, this generated energy determines the sort of lives we live. If our thoughts and feelings are focused on poverty, we are transmitting this poverty and need energy to the universe. And since everything in the universe is harnessed and made subservient to us by God, as mentioned in the Quran, and He, God, has subjected to you all that is in the heavens and on earth, then the realities we end up with will depend on the type of energy we send out to the universe, which in turn depends on our thoughts. If we adopt negative thoughts with negative energy, then the energy we emit will be negative, and we will attract everything that is negative. This is the law of attraction and cause and effect. Therefore, it is important to know that the thoughts we transmit are the cause of our realities, whether we call these realities luck, fate, chance, or affliction. Reality means something occurred and became real, or a fact. And reality is the manifestation of what's inside of us. And it's therefore what we live and experience. What is real is what is inside of us. Healthy and normal human nature is programmed to seek the highest forms of gratification. But when we confuse man-made cultures with natural laws, we fail to see the cause and effect relationship between our thoughts and emotions, and fail to realize the profound effects of the energy we emit to the universe and the resultant entitlements we attract. We attract and live one of three types of entitlements: positive merit or entitlement, the illusion of entitlement, or self-destruction. Positive entitlement or merit is everything positive we live and experience. It is our base instinct and basic programming, and the reality we deserve based on this energy. When a person has positive energy and does the right things, he lives his true entitlement or merit. He gets everything he desires and attracts what he wants in an efficient and effortless way. There is a smooth flow in his life, making him achieve all his goals with relative ease. And this is the entitlement we all seek and the life we all desire. However, some live the second type, the illusion of entitlement. It is when a person does certain things thinking they improve his entitlement, when in fact these things have nothing to do with entitlement, and without realizing these things actually lower his merit. When we start to feel entitled to something, we feel we deserve it, and we are in essence holding feelings of emptiness, need, greed, jealousy, or revenge. All these feelings are ego-centered and negative energies. Those who feel entitled are generally not grateful and fail to see the consequences of their thoughts and actions on their entitlements. For example, those who feel entitled to happiness tend to spend a lot of money on trivial things, thinking these things will bring them happiness. These people are not entitled to happiness, but to an illusion of happiness and to feelings which don't last long. They fail to understand that attracting and experiencing real happiness happens only when they lose their illusion of entitlement. The law of karma in Buddhism states that you are what your deep driving desire is. As your desire is, so is your will. As your will is, so is your deed. As your deed is, so is your destiny. A person who lives the illusion of entitlement lives with constant stress and suffering and feels he must control everything in his life and ends up not achieving any of his goals. In the end, he sets his mind to disruptive and negative thoughts like I tried and did not succeed, or God wanted this to happen, etc. This person is under the illusion of entitlement without realizing that what he is doing is the cause of his reality. And the signs that we live in an illusion of entitlement is when we experience pain, suffering, and psychological pressure. The intensity and duration of these feelings reveal the level of illusion of entitlement we are experiencing. The third type of entitlement is self-destruction. It is when a person does not understand real entitlement and does the wrong things in his life, unaware that the things he does destroy his chances of obtaining what he wants. Typically, as this person nears or achieves his goal, he ends up doing things that sabotage his plan and ends up returning to his old feelings. A common example is someone who constantly feels lonely and yearns for affection and love. He or she meets a person and falls in love, but ends up doing self-destructive things that ruin the relationship and cause a breakup. He or she will go back to feeling lonely and yearning for love. And this cycle repeats itself throughout this person's life, whether in his work or relationships. Entitlement or merit is an equation. Action plus cause equals entitlement or the reality. The action is either an internal process like thoughts, emotions, and feelings, or is an external process like physical actions and behavior. The cause can be something that is clear and tangible or physical, and can be intangible or an energy. I will elaborate on this later on. The reality or entitlement is the resultant condition we feel, experience, and live. The reality is the occurrence of what is inside of us, and the reality we live is a reflection of our entitlement. Therefore, the reality we live is our merit and entitlement, be it good or bad. Again, the illusion of entitlement happens when we reject reality, as if to say we don't deserve what we have or what is happening to us. The first and most important rule is to acknowledge that our current realities, what we live, feel, and experience, are the entitlements we deserve based on actions we have taken. And the first question we must ask ourselves is, why this merit occurred? We must examine either the action or the cause to understand why this entitlement happened. God is just and He sets the standard for justice. God says in the Quran, "It was not God who wronged them, but it was they who had wronged themselves." We certainly do not possess the complete awareness and knowledge in the way God manages the universe. But the minute we acknowledge that what is happening to us are entitlements based on our own actions, then we will merit the knowledge of how to manage this law and to begin to change it for the better. God created the universe so that we are entitled to the best of everything. This is our general entitlement or merit. But we do certain things that make our real entitlements, whether positive or negative, deviate from our general entitlements. Again, we should look at the actions and the causes. We must examine what thoughts we have and the beliefs we hold. And we must separate the definition of the law of entitlement from the cultural definition, which made positive entitlements a mere illusion in some people's minds. Because we have been programmed to believe that governments and businesses and even circumstances and fate control our realities, and that we are not really in control. The Quran says, God does not change a people until they change themselves. Change here means either change to the better or the worse, and we are the ones who decide. Thank you for watching. I will continue with part 2 of this topic next episode, and we'll go deeper into the entitlement equation. Please send me your questions and comments in the section below. This was Point of View. Till next episode, stay well.